Tracing the roots, how Scribo and Scriptus shaped English vocabulary. The term scribe finds its roots deeply embedded in the Latin verb scribo, meaning to write. This ancient origin reflects the role's historical significance as a keeper of records and transcriber of texts. Script emerged from the Latin scriptus, a term denoting something written. This evolution significantly influenced English, shaping a word that now encompasses a range of meanings from handwriting styles to written works or systems of writing. Describe unveils its Latin heritage through the verb describere, which translates to write down. This action of detailing through writing has seamlessly transitioned into English, encapsulating the art of representation through words and bringing images to life through meticulous verbal imagery. Inscribing, with its journey from Latin inscribere meaning to engrave, captures the essence of marking with permanence. This transition from carving into materials to making indelible marks in English underscores the lasting impact of words and symbols. Transcribe bridges voices and text, rooting back to the Latin transcriber, which combines trans, across, with scribere, to write. This melding signifies the act of carrying words from speech to written form, a practice vital for preserving and disseminating knowledge across time and space. The term manuscript hails from the Latin manuscriptus, meaning written by hand. This evolution reflects its journey from meticulously handcrafted documents in ancient times to today's broader text references. Prescribe originally sprang from Latin, combining pre, before, and scribere, to write, illustrating the act of laying down rules in writing. It has since morphed into issuing medical or authoritative orders. Subscribe finds its roots in the Latin subscriber, which means to write underneath, as in signing one's name. It evolved into the act of agreeing to terms or conditions, often seen in modern contracts. Postscript, derived from Latin postscriptum, written after, captures the essence of adding extra thoughts after a letter's conclusion. Today, it remains a common way to include last-minute additions. Proscribe traveled from Latin, combining pro, in front of, and scribere, to write, originally meaning to publish someone's name as outlawed. It now broadly signifies the act of forbidding or outlawing. The term conscription has its origins in Latin, specifically from conscriber, which translates to enrolling or drafting. This practice, historically used for military purposes, has evolved into the modern English drafting for compulsory military service. The transition reflects not only a change in language but also in societal norms regarding the duty and responsibility towards national defense. Ascribe finds its roots in the Latin ascribere, meaning to attribute something to someone. This etymological journey from Latin to English encapsulates the act of assigning credit or blame. It highlights the human inclination to allocate responsibility, whether for achievements or failures, tracing a path from ancient inscriptions to contemporary acknowledgements. Circumscription's journey from the Latin circumscriber, meaning to draw a line around, to its English iteration, embodies the notion of setting boundaries. This linguistic evolution mirrors the human need to define limits, whether in physical territories, personal spaces, or intellectual concepts. It reflects our perpetual quest to understand and delineate our world. Rescript comes from the Latin rescriptum, referring to a written reply, especially from a Roman emperor. In English, it has come to mean a revision or an amended version of a document. This evolution from imperial decrees to general amendments emphasizes the power of written communication to change, adapt, and refine ideas over time. Scripture derives from the Latin scriptura, meaning a writing or thing written. Its transformation into denoting sacred texts in English highlights the reverence afforded to religious writings. This transition from general writings to sacred texts underscores the profound impact that written words can have on culture, faith, and personal beliefs. Superscribe, originally from Latin, signifies the act of writing above or on the outside. In English, it evolved to denote addressing or inscribing on the exterior, especially on envelopes or parcels. Nondescript, deriving from Latin, captures the essence of something that cannot be described. In modern English, it refers to objects or persons lacking distinctive qualities, making them hard to characterize or define. The term scriptorium has its roots in Latin, describing a place for writing. In medieval times, this concept transformed into English as a dedicated space in monasteries where manuscripts were meticulously copied by hand. Subscript comes from the Latin for writing below. In contemporary English, it plays a crucial role in mathematical and chemical formulas, indicating elements or variables that are positioned slightly lower than the main line of text. Prescript originates from ancient Latin, meaning written before. In English, it evolved to signify instructions or rules established in advance, often used in legal, medical, and procedural contexts to guide actions or decisions.